Alright guys, welcome to the channel. If you guys are new here, welcome back if you guys are subscribed. And today we're going to be prepping the new Edge Mustang to receive the 4-valve motor. And basically what I'm going to be doing is pulling the dash out of this thing and trying my best to run the Marauder's wire harness through her firewall and just have everything ready and laid out for when it's time to drop the 4-valve in. So let's get into today's video. Alright, so first things first, let's get this hood off. There we go. So now that we're looking in this engine bay, all of this, which is a fuse box, don't need those anymore. Literally only wire harness I have to splice into will be the wiring for the headlights, and that'll be this. And I believe that is it. Every other thing can be removed and stripped down. All of that AC stuff will be removed. All of these wires will be removed. Yeah, pretty much everything. Every piece of wiring, because I'm going to use a complete Marauder harness. So I'm going to set this camera up and I'll get to work. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull as much of this wiring to where I can see it and cut it, because I'm not using it again. And the wiring that I am going to route is going to lay in this same orientation. I'm going to strap it along, run it through here, push it through there. So I mean, I don't see a need to take these fenders off. I mean, if they were easier to take off, I would have done it, but I'm going to remove all that stuff in that corner. I'm going to probably take advantage of that little square right there where the AC goes in and use that as my entry point for the other side of the harness and go from there. So everything else I'm going to be stripping out of here now after I tighten up this fender again. Alright, let's get to chopping up this wire harness. Okay, all of this is one piece. Goes into the fender. Okay, so all of this is connected to fuse box. Fuse box is held on by 2 bolts. All I gotta do is cut here and push it back down in the wheel well. Same here. All I gotta do is cut right there, push the excess back in. Still have access to my headlights, or headlight wire harness I should say. And then deal with that corner. Get this. This I'm not gonna be using this throttle cable. I'm gonna be using the Marauders. And then get in the back there, pull that grommet out and see if I could start to run my wire harness. I'm gonna probably be removing the removing the inner dash, just to I don't think I'm gonna run a dash in this at all. So I'm gonna be removing the inner dash and just running the wire on this computer and everything on the inside. So more stuff out of the engine bay, and let's see what's next. I'm gonna deal with this corner next. Let's see what it takes to get all that AC stuff out. I think that's a 10. Okay, so now let me try to bend this into place. There you go. Weight reduction. Now, originally designed, these Mustangs, the Mach 1s, the GTs, the Cobras, all of them have a wire harness that runs through the fender and works that way. this is basically put together car, so I'm gonna do it however I want to. I'm gonna run some of the wire harness through that firewall, that side, run some of it through this side, and make it all join in the middle and run the motor. So that's all I'm really looking to do. And we just got more pieces out of the way to do that. Now let's see what we have to do to this harness. There's a little bracket on it. Let's take that off. And we could probably push this harness back down into the wheel well instead of chopping it up. This is going to be the main entrance for my wire harness on this side. After I get the dash out, this is what I'm going to be using to run everything through. Alright, quick little update. The engine bay is pretty much ready. Everything is out of my way when it comes to wire harness. I just got to remove that one grommet there and then open up that AC section there so that I can run the Marauder harness through it, because I'm not going to go through this well and all that stuff like how the stock Mustang was. So in case you guys don't know what this is my 4R70W transmission that was on the back of the Marauder motor, but now we have a TR3650 transmission on it. This is why in that video with me starting it, I couldn't start the vehicle from the key, because this tells it, you see this right here that says neutral, this tells the computer if the transmission is in neutral. So unless I have it right here, it's not going to start, and with this unplugged it's not going to start. So I'm going to take this off of the transmission with it in the neutral position and just plug it in on the harness, and probably just make sure it's secure inside the vehicle, and that way I can always start it from the key. It'll just tell the computer that it's in neutral, and that's it. Let's take this off. There you go. And if you notice, it's right on that neutral part, lined right up. So once I plug this in now, we should be good to go. All right, now we have the stock Mustang dash out. I think I'm going to be using a part of this dash, or yeah, a part of this dash. I'm just going to take all that plastic off of it, but everything in here is exposed. I'm going to be removing all of that AC stuff right there, and everything, all of these wires that are on this that I don't need, I'm going to be removing that. I'm going to be changing this steering wheel to the Marauder steering wheel, and hopefully today I can get done with putting in the new wire harness. And yeah, that's just pretty much the goal for today. Alright, so time to remove this steering wheel, and I believe I got it from right here. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna take this one out. If I need to remove this joint, I will, but just to get the wheel out, I'll just take this out. There you go. A little bit of elbow grease. Alright, so steering wheel is out. This here is definitely what I need to get at, because I need to run my harness through here. So I'm gonna cut everything that's here. I wonder if I should do that on the outside. Yeah, it looks like I could get it the wires better out there. Do the same thing with this harness that I did with the others, which is, oh man, this feels strange standing in an engine bay, but you know, I'm just gonna clip everything that's unnecessary. Alright, push this right down in the wheel well. And I'm done with that. This is for the brakes. That's no longer needed. I don't need this thing to tell me when the brakes is low. I'll just check the reservoir. All right, so let's get back to inside the car. Okay, so let's just hold on to this grommet. I don't think I'll be able to use this anymore because the connector that I'm going to be bringing inside is going to be pretty thick. So I'm probably going to pull everything through, get the engine in, crank it up, and then once everything is going, I'll probably just start sealing up the holes in the firewall with some type of silicone or something, anything that I could find really. But let's get this thing out of here, or at least I don't know if I even have to move that. Doesn't look so. This I want to get out of my way. Okay, there we go. This goes so far. There we go. Let's keep pulling. There we go. That one's. All right, since this runs further back, I'm just gonna cut it up there and throw it in the back instead of fighting with it all day. I at least wanna get this stripped. So we just get this out of our way. And now, I think I'm just gonna remove this AC stuff. There we go. And out with this garbage. Not gonna be wanting any of this in here. Let's just wait. Lord knows I want this thing as light as possible. So I'm just gonna get rid of all of this. Okay, I'll take this piece out. I have to cut that out, it's too small to pull anymore. Alright, so this or this, it doesn't matter, will be where I'll run the wire harness through. And we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes, so no matter how I need to do it, I can do it. I'm going to be removing that computer. This, all of these wire clips, all of that is getting removed. So finally got this dash out, which means we could get the wire harness in. And I think I'm gonna attempt to do that right now instead of waiting for another video. So I'm gonna start to run this wire harness. I'm gonna start from the outside and work my way in because I know how it has to sit on the outer part. Come on, baby, come on. Time to install you. Oh, damn, this is heavy. Woo. Alright, so let's lay it out. I know for a fact that this has to be on the passenger side. So let's start laying these out properly. But now that the MAF wire is tidied up, let's continue with routing this. Rest this. Trying to remember exactly where this stuff goes. Alright, this here is the engine harness for sure. That is for sure. Okay, so I'll just lay this right down in there because that's basically where it's gonna be. It's just gonna be up higher. That's the complete engine harness. I need to take off this computer because I want my computer to sit inside. So I'm just gonna run this through the firewall and put it back on its harness. Let's feed this through. I don't know how this is really gonna look once the motor is in, but I'm probably gonna have to sit my computer right here in the corner. I don't want to do that, but it's looking like the wire harness is gonna look too junky if I don't. Let me see what I can do now. I don't want this resting like this, but it doesn't really matter to me once it doesn't get burned. I'm fine with it, but yeah, it's looking like the computer and everything's gonna have to sit right here in the hood. And I have to feed that like that. Put these two grounds basically anywhere, probably on the fender. And that's the engine harness in. That's roughly where the computer is going to be for the motor. Let's get this wired in. I'm going to sit this. Take all this up first. Probably bolt this up somewhere like right there because my airbox is going to be on the right side. So after knowing that, I can use, at least let me clear these of any other wires first. Alright, that's my starter harness. Yeah, that's what that is. My grounds, my alternator, my starter harness. Could lay all of it that way. Run my positive lead because I am going to be putting a battery box on the inside of this car. Run it like that. My negative lead, same way. Biggest thing with the Marauder harness is that the Marauder is so much bigger that you're gonna have a lot of harness like just hanging around. So what I am gonna do is, these are for the lights, I'm gonna have to wire those in. Those are gonna sit right there. These, I'm trying to remember where these go, but I'm just gonna let those, oh, but this is the starter harness. I'm gonna lay this down here. And I'm gonna run this up top. Inside, because I think everything from here goes on the inside. Right out in. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, let's see what we have now. Alright, it's coming together. Gotta bolt this. Bolt this probably like right there. So I have easy access to checking the fuses. Probably run this around the back of this fuse box once I have it bolted in. But that's pretty much how I want to run it. This is the starter harness. And this is the engine harness, and I'm probably going to find a good way of like folding this over and wrapping that up. But this is a, let me see, I need my lights. Where are those? All right, here they are. All right, so this is gonna be super easy. These are the wires for my lights. Just wire those up, and then I'll be able to fold this right there, tape it up, and keep it more forward, out of my way. And that'll be it. Wire harness installed. Just gotta slide the engine in because I have my space now, and put the wire harness on top of it. All right, so we got the dash out. We got the most of the body harness in. I think we only have the Marauder's dash harness to put in now, and engine harness is in. Most of the body harness for the front is in, because obviously I'm going to be running the lights off of the Marauder's wire harness. So I'll just give you a look now, an in-depth look of how I did it. The computer and stuff are going to be over here. Both lights are on the right side. We just have this big amount of wire from how massive the Marauder's engine bay was. That's going to have to be taped up and put out of the way. Fuse box is over there. Battery wires are going to be inside. The dash harness is going to be run inside, and inside is completely stripped down. And like I said, the battery, I'm going to create a battery box that goes there, and that is my pedal box there. I have a lot of things that are left to be done to this car, but for the most part, that's all I'm going to be doing today. Just to inform you guys, we have a fuel pump to install, 410 rear end gears to install, motor mounts. I have a clutch quadrant, a firewall adjuster for my clutch cable, and an adjustable clutch cable that's going to be going on. Clutch fork, release bearing. All these videos are coming up very soon, guys. I'm just waiting on parts to reach the island, because it takes about a week for my parts to be delivered in the States, and then it takes about a week for them to be delivered to Freeport, Bahamas. So parts is going to be is going to slow down any process on my channel. I'm going to have to order things way ahead of time, which when you're building cars, you never really know something is broken until it's broken. So that's my biggest dilemma, but lots of more content to come from this car. We're not going to be dealing with the Marauder anymore. We're going to prep the Mustang now to get a new heart, a transplant with the 4-valve motor. She's going to have a TR3650 transmission, which is a 5-speed, an aluminum drive shaft, 410 gears, Walbro fuel pump. Other than that, the motor is completely stock. We changed the timing chain on it. So this motor is going to run extremely healthy. If you didn't get to see this motor run, I'm going to put the link to that video right here, because we started this motor on the ground just to check how it would run using the body harness, stock harness. So if you want to check that video, it's right here. I encourage you guys to share this video, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss a video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.